Hi guys, we will discuss to you about JSON schema for JSON object and array and other elements. We'll explain to you like minimum, exclusive minimum, maximum, exclusive maximum, multiple of, max length, and pattern. Let's begin. Here the example of object in JSON schema. In JSON, objects are enclosed in braces. Their name value pairs are separated by a comma, and the name and value in pair are separated by a colon. Names in an object are string, including another object or an array. When objects and arrays contain other objects or arrays, the data has a tree-like structure. Here the example of arrays in JSON. Arrays is enclosed in brackets and to organize a collection of related items, and their values are separated by a comma. Each value in an array may be of a different type, including another array or an object.
The minimum number of values in array JSON schema. It can have minimum of 3 and a maximum of 100. The array string must be all distinct from one another and have a maximum length of 64 characters. Use min terms to specify the array's minimum numbers of items.
If the instance is a number, then this keyword validates if exclusive minimum is true and instance is greater than the provided value, or else if the instance is greater than or exactly equal to the provided value. Exclusive minimum. The value of exclusive minimum must be a boolean representing whether the limit in minimum is exclusive or not. An undefined value is the same as false. If exclusive minimum is true, then a numeric instance should not be equal to the value specified in minimum.
This must be an array of strings. It must contain at least 3 items and a maximum of 100. Each string within the array must have a maximum length of 64 characters and must be unique to the array. This is also an array, but this one contains objects. Each object has 2 required properties, name and value. The name properties represent the name of the skill that the user have, and it's a non-empty string of a maximum length of 64 characters. The value property tells how skilled in the user of using a float number between 0 and 100, that the number can be expressed as multiples of 0.25. Each object within the array must be unique and it doesn't accept new properties. There isn't a minimum number of skills that a user can have, so the array can be empty, but there is a maximum of 100 skills that can be declared.
What is exclusive maximum? So I have here a short example of exclusive maximum. It's what you call validation in draft 4 and below. The exclusive maximum keyword must is a boolean, and if exclusive maximum is not present or has a boolean value false, then the instant, if it's a lower than, it is gonna be valid or equal to the value of maximum. If exclusive maximum has boolean value true, then the instant is valid if it's strictly lower than the value of maximum.
Multiple schema may be owned by a single user. There is a default schema for every user by default. The schema owner, not the user who produced the item, is the owner of all objects generated. In the schema, if a user has the alter schema permission on a schema, they are able to create objects in that schema. The maximum length can be specified using the maxLength function and represented in a unit specific to the data type. All list data types lengths are represented in the number of list items, while the majority of data types lengths are specified in the number of binary bytes of data.
If a string length is higher than or equal to the keyword value, it is valid against this keyword. This keyword value must be an integer that is not negative. The minimum number of characters needed in input field is specified by the main link attribute. The text search, URL, telc, email, and password input types can all use the main link feature.
A software, program, script, or hardware service that does not fetch retrieves data. After being recovered, the data is either transferred to another place or shown on a screen. Data is retrieved through the fetch function. The window object can be used with this global method by using fetch and supplying a URL to a resources as an argument. We can use it. We must chain on the then method in order to use the data that the fetch returned.